Hi guys, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel today. We're Life Creative and we are making a kid activity today for Valentine's Day. It's a sensory bin. We're making cloud dough and adding some little things inside just to make it some more exciting to play with. You're gonna need to make this dough cornstarch and hair conditioner. So I got mine at the dollar store. Didn't spend a lot of money on it, which was great. You're gonna need 2 parts of cornstarch to 1 part of conditioner. So I ended up making a batch with 2 cups of cornstarch and 1 cup of hair conditioner. You have to play around with it a little bit. You might want to make a double batch. You might want to, if your dough is a little bit dry and it's crumbling and it's not coming together and sticking together, then you might need to add a little bit more conditioner. And if it's too sticky, you might need to add a little bit more cornstarch. Kind of see if it stops sticking to your hand, it's sort of starting to come together. Make sure you kind of scrape all the dough from whatever container you're using. I'm using these awesome bins that I put inside of a table that I got at IKEA. It's so perfect for sensory activities. So you can add food color if you want. Sometimes I add color if I'm doing something like themed. Today I kept it just white and added some sprinkles, or I guess they're not sprinkles, they're like little sparkles. I found them at the dollar store. They're just like these gold flakes. They came in the craft section in a package with a bunch of different tubes, which was great. I purchased some small pom-poms also at the dollar store, some heart-shaped marshmallows, and some gems that are just like clear little plastic gems. So I'm just kind of adding all of it to the bin. What I love about it is I'm also putting in a silicone, like a baking, I guess it would be maybe for muffins, like a baking tray there that's heart-shaped. The idea would be the kids playing with it could put the dough inside of there to form what would look like a little cupcake. I put in these tweezers that I got at Scholar's Choice. The intention is that they can use the tweezers to decorate their little cookies. I usually don't explain any of this to my kids. I just put it out and let them explore, and they usually come up with their own creative ways to play. So next up, we are making Counting with Hearts activity, all products purchased at the dollar store. You're gonna need some hearts, some clothespins. You can get Valentine themed one if you're able to find them, or just regular clothespins, and a black marker or Sharpie. So what you're gonna do is just write a number on each heart. I also wanted to write the word out along with the number. I just went up to 5 My kids are really little, so that's all that I felt that was necessary, but you can obviously go higher. You can do them to 10. You can modify it a bit as well if you wanted. You could also do an uppercase letter on a heart, and then on a clothespin you could write a lowercase letter and have them match uppercase and lowercase letters. So if you wanted to do an entire alphabet, you could do that. It's fun and it's quiet, and you can bring the activity anywhere. So we are making kid-friendly Valentines. You're going to need a piece of cardstock, which I personally folded in half. You're going to need a Ziploc bag, and you're going to need some paint of your choice, whatever color you would like. You're gonna put some droplets of paint on your paper. You are going to put it inside of the Ziploc bag, and then you're going to make sure that the Ziploc bag is zipped up, and you can pass it on to your kid. It can be for any age because it's a mess-free activity. It's my favorite part about it. Your kids are just gonna push the paint all the way around, push it all the way over the edges of the paper until it's covered the paper. Then you can carefully pull your paper out and let it dry. Once I let that dry, I cut it into a heart for my son to do his Valentines, but you can have your kids do their own or trace it depending on their age. So I just folded mine in half, cut a heart out of it, and then he had his own Valentine that he painted, and he was able to write his own message. If they're too little, you can have them, you can write the message for them. You can also just have them create this art if you want. Just have them make the paintings. You can cut them into different size-shaped hearts. We made his for his dad. He's a little bit too young to write, so I helped him write the message that he wanted to write. The fact that he helped paint it was really special for him and exciting, and he loved being a part of it. So I think it's great if you can get your kids involved in making the Valentines. It's so much fun, such a good activity, and honestly so easy, and there was no cleanup. So it's great. I'm just kind of running low on my paint here because we did a lot of activities yesterday. This is kind of awkward. Awkward. Okay, so now that I have more paint,